By being true to ourselves, being uniquely who we are, we encourage that in others just by our actions, being truthful. It helps you find your tribe, and if somebody is not okay with that, then you know right up front, okay, whatever, I'm still going to be me, and they can be them, and that's okay, I'm slipping out of here. Hey, hello, welcome back as we are continuing deep diving into astrology. There are 360 unique degrees. We're taking a look at 2 each time. Today we're on Aquarius Leo10. Thank you for being here. We're going to begin with Aquarius 10 today. A man who had for a time become the embodiment of an ideal is made to realize that as a person, he is not that ideal. A mechanical man is smiling and nodding yes. A black raven with a bright red head. A flower wilts, shrinks, and disappears. A man creating an intricate stained glass window. The stone here is ruby and kyanite, and both will be in the description if you'd like to take a closer look. This gives us balance of the mind and emotions, especially helpful for those who suffer from anxiety and stress. It enhances intuition, psychic abilities, and tranquility. It is popular with healers and spiritual practitioners. It encourages us to follow our heart. So we're talking about untraining ourselves of going along to get along. We're training ourselves not to think we're making a choice of A or B when really the field is wide open. By choosing A or B that are not our choices, we're choosing the lesser of two evils of somebody else's decision. Therefore, we're like Pinocchio, still made of wood. When can I be a real boy? The answer is we're a real boy when we say no. No, that's not for me. No, I don't want to do that. No, not anymore. It feels good to say no. Say it today. The saddest thing that can happen, and leave a comment if this has happened to you, is when you finally get what you thought you wanted, you put all your hopes into it, and you get it and you still feel empty. Yeah, that's what this degree is talking about. It's like, was that really you that wanted that? When we say no, our mind kicks in, our imagination kicks in, and we think, okay, creatively, what do I want? What would be the correct answer? If it's no, then what should it be? So saying no breaks a rhythm. We're meant to learn to love ourselves here on this degree, and part of how we do that is by giving up automatic responses. If you think about great relationships, like, when you meet someone, you're like head over heels. Whatever they're doing for you is what we're meant to do for ourselves. Like, you meet someone and they love you just for being who you are. You are perfection in their eyes. We're meant to see ourselves that way. And the more that we do that for ourselves, the less dependent we are on illusions. Because people are constantly evolving, things are going to change. But if we can embrace the fact that we're always in love with ourselves, then we're not looking for that in the outer. And then when we finally get it, get whatever it is, like buying something for yourself, and you think that's going to complete you. Well, yeah, it might if you're following your actual heartstrings. But if it's just because that's what everybody else has, and you think to have the latest iPhone or whatever's out there is going to complete you, you're going to feel empty, and then you're going to want to do it again. And you keep doing it and keep spending money or keep getting in bed with the wrong person or, I don't know, fill in the blank, until we figure out that we're meant to give those things to ourselves. So that's how we become, the real boy in Pinocchio. Movie stars are just playing a role. They're people. And what we're sold in editing and soft lights and music is not reality. People are not idols. Saying no is the point of change. It's the point where we become alive, we feel energetically moved. And when we listen to ourselves and we take that first search, okay, what do I want? And we move in that direction. I was in a marriage that I thought I would be in till the end of time. That's really what I thought. I left that life. I made the conscious decision to only follow my heart. I didn't know where that was going to lead me, but in doing that, I had to keep tapping into, does this make my heart happy? Is this really what I want? And in doing so, I still have skinned my knees a lot since then, still doing it, but I feel more alive. I am more in touch with who I am. I have been learning slowly to love myself and to be happy with the things that I have in a humble way. Leave a comment. Have you had any similar experiences you'd like to share? Let's take a look at Leo10. Early morning dew sparkles as sunlight floods the field. Dreams vaguely beginning to appear on a screen. A man who sees stars invisible to others. A man putting olive oil all over his body. At pre-dawn, a valley enveloped in mist. The stone here is Cavansite. It helps to develop our intuition, helps us trust our gut instincts and follow our heart. It helps us choose wisely during major life changes, helps during intense periods of transformation, gives us spiritual elevation, perseverance, and clarity. On this end of the axis, and remember that the energy is available on both ends. If either of these degrees is really strong for you, the power is on both sides and you can pull from it. And often, when I'm looking at social media, many times what is projected is the opposite energy. P.S. So this degree understands that it doesn't want to compromise. That compromise is the road to hell. It wants to be itself. It wants to interact with people. It wants to do so simply and without friction. So that's the olive oil, okay? Greasing yourself up so that you can slip and slide through reality, through your world, be yourself. If things are not going to go the way you want, you're slippery like an eel, and you can get out of situations that might compromise you. And you do so very diplomatically. So this is a diplomat with olive oil. Dreams vaguely beginning to appear on a screen and seeing people as a screen on the other end. So we're meant to realize that we put screens on other people and they put them on us, and we're not that persona. A screen is a persona. We're not necessarily that. We may be for that day, but that's not all that we are. So if we expect them to be and then they change, that's not their fault. They're a whole person. When we are smoother and understand that we want to be uniquely individual, it helps us to allow others to be uniquely individual. Let them be slippery. If something isn't working out, let them slip out of it. Reaching across polarities is easier. Integrating what is different and appreciating what is different is easier when we ourselves respect that in ourselves. By being true to ourselves, being uniquely who we are, we encourage that in others just by our actions, being truthful. It helps you find your tribe. And if somebody is not okay with that, then you know right up front, okay, whatever. I'm still going to be me, and they can be them, and that's okay. I'm slipping out of here. There's a little bit here about tears, and that they can help transform as well. Like the dew is kind of likened to tears, so there may be some sadness here. And if there is, allow yourself to be sad. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. And that through tears, they can be transformative here. The early morning dew, sparkling, this is coming through the dark night. So this is someone who feels enlivened and lighter and sparkly because they made it through. They were true to themselves. They dealt with the baloney that comes with being truthful. And when you're truthful, some people are not going to be okay with that. And you know, it's because and I've talked about this in other videos, but we're here now, so I'm just going to say it again, that when we get into relationships and when we set up structure based on falsehoods, and it's not because we were lying, it's because we were doing what we thought we were supposed to do, we were people pleasing, or we were, you know, making compromises when we shouldn't have. And over time, it becomes a prison. And so when you decide to say no, not anymore, then certain things about those four walls that we built become unbearable. There's going to be fallout. There are going to be relationships that are going to go away. There are going to be physical things that go away. And you have to understand that that's just part of it. And this person on this degree has gone through that. They understand that. And they feel lighter. They're sparkly. And at this level, we're being warned that if we expect that other people are the embodiment of loving ourselves, because your mate loves you unconditionally, the reason you're with them, the deepest meaning of why you might be with them, is because you want to learn to love yourself unconditionally. It's embracing that idea. So that's what I have for you. Thanks so much for being here. Give me a like if you're enjoying these videos. Subscribe if you're interested in following along with the 360 degrees of astrology. Leave a comment. Let me know what these symbols are saying to you, if they're strong in your chart. And until next time, take care.